We welcome you to the Kirk Hall on the campus of Central Maine Community College as Munzing Media Sports brings you college basketball. Along with Jim Toomey, I'm Rob Munzing. We're down here pregame on the interview with Rocco Chain. Rocco, quite a difference where we were last year when you came in, wide-eyed and bushy-tailed as a young player, and now you're a seasoned veteran. Doesn't take long to become a veteran here at Central Maine Community College. Tell us a little bit about the differences between last year for you and this year, Rocco.
Yeah, a lot of off-work season stuff I've put into back home. I had a great off-season with my coaches back home at Hoop 33. We worked a lot and just got to where I am today, and just makes me a better basketball player.
So one of the things when I saw Wyatt Hathaway earlier this fall when we were over here for a game, I said, "How things looking?" He says, "Wait till you see Rocco." What a difference in 1 year with Rocco. So certainly that hard work that you put in, it's truly 12 months a year, isn't it, Rocco, to become a seasoned, polished basketball player.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, put a lot of work in.
So what are you looking forward to as we're very close? We'll finish up today with the preseason stuff with the other teams, and coaches tested you, bringing in a tough Maine Maritime Academy team, a team from the NAC again, like you saw in the past. What are you looking forward to this year in YSCC action? How do you think the team's shaping up, Rocco?
Yeah, we're looking really good. Had a good, solid few trainings. The team's looking strong. I reckon we're much better and more of a team this year, and we work well together, and we're all getting better every day together.
Well, one of the things we've always been impressed with is your athleticism on both sides of the floor and your incredible leaping ability as well, and certainly that helps you. Sometimes you're defending bigger guys than yourself.
Yeah, the athleticism helps a lot. I had to get in the weight room quite a bit in this off season so I can compete with the bigger players this year, and it's really helped my development. Coach
Kanoran working you hard in the fitness room, right? That's a huge step, isn't that? Is that one of the biggest steps coming up to that next level? Is the strength and conditioning that you have to go through?
Yeah, it's a really good program we have here for strength and conditioning. It's really made me a different player and much bigger and stronger. Even the whole team is getting bigger and just making us a better team.
Well, Coach wants to give you some pregame instructions. I think he's going to tell you score 22 points, get 12 rebounds, and 5 steals. Okay, Rocco?
Yeah.
That's what I'm telling you. So go back in the locker room and get ready to come out here for action today.
Yeah, will do.
Thanks, Rocco. We'll take a break. We'll come back. More here, pregame after this.
Since 1964, the mission of Central Maine Community College has been to serve the surrounding communities with an enriched and inclusive learning environment. The college takes pride in transforming students into employees through lifelong learning opportunities that expand career aspirations and improve current workplace skills. While the most evident changes have been made to the physical layout of the college, the real magic happens within the learning. Engaging in classroom conversations, collaborating in immersive hands-on projects in labs, and sharing through teamwork in academics and extracurricular activities provides students with opportunities to think critically, solve real-world problems, and become lifelong learners. At CMCC, students are surrounded by peers all working towards the same goal, with expert faculty who seek out innovative ways to make classes more than just a lecture, and staff who make student success their priority. Students are empowered to forge their own path towards graduation and beyond. Please join us in celebrating the 60th anniversary of Central Maine Community College and be part of our continued journey of growth and innovation.
NCAA provides our program exactly what they say, a chance for small colleges to peak. It's leveling the playing field for everybody.
chance to play against from different regions, different parts of the country. It kind of gives you an opportunity to kind of see where you're really at against everybody. Really good. Like I said, just a great environment, well-ran tournament. It's a pleasure to be part of organizations like USCA.
Welcome back to Central Maine Community College on Munzing Media Sports. Jim Toomey, along with our producer Rob Munzing. On the camera today, CM student Abdul Jama. Maine Maritime Academy from Castine, Maine, about 115 miles from the coast to Auburn, nicknamed the Mariners. And it's actually a state-funded school. It's not a private school, it's funded by the state of Maine. And of course, they send many, many graduates on to various roles in the maritime industry. This is actually their first action. No other games on their schedule. They might have scrimmaged somebody, but nothing was on their schedule. They play in the North Atlantic Conference. They start their season with a tournament down at Messiah in Grantham, Pennsylvania. So November 8th and 9th, the Mariners will be down there playing Messiah, and then the next day either Wilson College or Mary Baldwin. Their first NAC game, a tough one, the Eagles of Husson. They'll play at Bangor December 4th at 7:30. Last year MMA was 10-15 overall. They were 8-3 at home, a tough place to play. They were 2-12 on the road. They're led by a first-year coach, Cedric Gillette. He's a graduate of Merrimack College. He was an assistant at Merrimack for a few years, but for the Merrimack Warriors, like you, Rob Munzing, he was a baseball pitcher, because Rob Munzing pitched in his college career as well as football.
Undefeated, Jim. 1-0.
Okay, we locked that in.
Thanks, Jim.
So we have Cedric Gillette, who I talked to before the game, very personable. And I know the staff that hired him has a lot of confidence in him. Why do I know that? Because when you click on the coach's bio, they had quotes from the interview team.
Fantastic.
Right there. Dave Gagne, who this court is named after, in his 29th season at Central Maine, 560 wins. He's assisted by Steve Carey, Jared Rubin, Corey David. I should say assistant coach for the Mariners, Isaac Renshaw. Now, on the record, the Mustangs 1-5. Now, what's interesting is some of the teams they played don't even have that on their particular schedule, because sometimes they're called exhibitions or a scrimmage.
Exactly, yeah.
But Central Maine just put all the games on. They're 1-5. Their win was against Roxbury Community College, a game we did, 93-81. They went up and played another North Atlantic Conference team, University of Maine Farmington, led by first-year coach Quinn Newton, and they beat the Beavers of Farmington 98. Excuse me, they lost to the Beavers, beg your pardon, 98-81. Again, Farmington should be pretty tough in the North Atlantic Conference as well. Busy week next week, Rob, and you got them all. The Mustangs men will be at UMA, the Augusta Civic Center, Wednesday the 6th at 8 o'clock. The women will play at 6. And then we're back here at Kirk Hall next weekend on the 9th against Washington County, and on the 10th, University of Maine, Fort Kent. And those should be women's and men's doubleheaders as well, Rob. So I'll be watching you do the Moose Call from Augusta Civic Center Wednesday against an always tough UMA Moose team.
Yeah, that'll be opener. And of course, you talk about the exhibition games and preseason, getting ready and testing your team against some really strong competition. This strong competition, YSCC, and no teams have been after each other more the last couple of years than the Moose and the Mustangs, particularly at the women's level. The Mustangs have faced the stiffest competition in the YSCC against the Moose, so that'll be a great matchup. And of course, the men. A lot of good competition in the YSCC in men's level.
some people don't realize that even though it's a community college system, they have 4 years of eligibility.
Right, exactly.
So they can change a major or double major and be there all 4 years.
Yeah,
so
you take a kid like Trevor Beal for UMA, and he's one of the premier players. He's finally in his senior year. Let's go to Steve English.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Kirk Hall on the campus of Central Maine Community College for today's men's basketball game between the Maine Maritime Academy Mariners and your Central Maine Mustangs. First, starting lineup for the visiting Mariners. Number 2, Josiah Dancy. Number 4, Marcus Ramirez. Number 21, Kurt Hines. Number 22, Carter Rubin. Number 23, Gabriel Hagar. Head coach of the Mariners is Cedric Gillette. He is assisted by Isaac Renshaw. And now the starting lineup for your Mustangs. From Kingswood, Texas, number 31, Devon Jonas Reed. From Naugatuck, Connecticut, number 13, Caden Moore. From Rockport, Maine, number 15, Will Duke. From Durham, Maine, number 32, J.T. Pound. And from Turner, Maine, number 5, Wyatt Hathaway. Head coach for the Mustangs is Dave Gagne. He is assisted by Steve Carey, Corey Davis, and Jared Rubin. Ladies and gentlemen, can you please stand as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
So exciting news from the YSCC Championship men's soccer game, Rob Munzing. You were there.
I was there just a few moments ago, it seems, Jim, as we've been on the fly all weekend. And congratulations to the Mustang men, a 5-1 victory over Paul Smith's College. They'll be honored here at halftime, at least recognized here at halftime, and we'll have the captain of the team, Alfie Bashford, will be on for a halftime interview with us as the Mustangs, a four-peat for them, four-time YSCC champion as they have dominated the men's division.
All right, right here for the men's basketball tip-off. Mustangs in the white uniforms going left to right, and the Mariners from Maine Maritime in blue. Duke with the basketball to Hathaway. Duke goes to the foul line to Moore. Coming out of the corner, Jonas Reed. Turnover Mustangs. Bringing the ball up, Josiah Dancy, a junior from Orlando, Florida. Near side to Raftis. Dancy looking things over. Halfway through the shot clock, MMA. Down to Heinz. Dribbles in and travels. I talked to Kern Heinz before the game, 6'8" senior from Stuttgart, Germany, the military base over there, but since then he's moved to Annandale, Virginia. Hathaway for three, off the side of the rim.
Heinz is an old-fashioned post-type player, Jim.
Ramirez with that rebound prior to, but then on the possession, MMA threw it away. We had to make a couple of changes with numbers here. Duke to Pound, returns it to Duke. Bounce pass, Moore up and in. Caden Moore, the freshman from Naugatuck, Connecticut, give the assist to Will Duke. 2-0 CM. Three-pointer, no good by Raftis. Offensive rebound for the Mariners. Ramirez dribbles into the lane. Now he throws it to the far corner and nobody home.
Nice assist here by Duke on this inside feed. Penetrates, gets to Moore. Moore with the reverse finish. Nicely done.
Jonas Reed with it. Will Duke looking things over, back out. Moore to Pound. Swish, JT Pound. The freshman from Durham, Maine, went to Freeport High School.
Yeah, flash to the elbow, the turnaround popped it home. Then he hits that shot. That's really going to open up his inside game as well, Jim.
Certainly will. Dancy with the basketball. Gives up his dribble. Down in the corner, back outside. Here's a three-pointer. Off the rim, no good by Carter Rubin. And nice save on the rebound by Devon Jonas Reed. Duke goes underneath. Caden Moore has it knocked away. And excellent interior defense for Kirk Hines. I'm glad we had our elevated position, because when I talked to two of the Mariners players before the game, I was actually eye to eye to them, and they were about 6'5", 6'6".
Yeah, we're all about self-esteem here, Jim. we don't want to hurt your feelings.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, very nice young gentleman. Outside, directing traffic is Dancy. Swings it to Rubin. Now they try to go inside to Heinz. He's double teamed. 8 to shoot. Down the lane, around and off by Dancy. Rebound Pound. Duke, bounce pass, and lost out by the Mustangs. Mariners spreading out the court. Near side to Ramirez. There's Dancy on a drive. Dancy kicks it to the left corner. They go back outside from Ramirez. Ramirez misses the three, hit the back rim. Rebound to Jonas Reed. Running the court, Caden Moore off glass and good.
Well, we got more.
Notice how he caught that at the highest point and didn't bring it. He just went from a catch to a shot. 6-0 for the Mustangs. And let's see. And there's an illegal screen away from the ball.
Mariners are really a deliberate style offense, aren't they, Jim? Coming in, setting it up.
Checking in for MMA, number 10, Jack Banks, 6'4" sophomore from Gulf Breeze, Florida. Duke handling the ball. He's from Rockport, Maine, played for Camden Hills High School. Pound, turnaround, got the rim, rebound by Rubin. Driving all the way off glass. Jack Banks, only in the game about 20 seconds, gets the first Mariners score.
Yeah, banked it home.
Hathaway back out Jonas Reed, pound. Through traffic, a scoop shot, up and in. The freshman from Kingswood, Texas, Devon Jonas Reed, banks for three. No good. Climbing the ladder for the rebound. Caden Moore. 8-2. Central Maine at just about 5 minutes into this first half.
Good start for the Mustangs.
Pass went off the hands of Pound. And Hines going through traffic, goes to the corner. And let's see. They're going to say no basket. The baseline official looked out to the outside official who waved it off. They're going to say it's on the floor.
Jonas Reed here goes to the left hand. And a very acrobatic finish there, off balance.
For the Mustangs, Alex Brigitte, number 3 in the game, Hollywood, Florida. Fouls on JT Pound, his first, team's second. Comes into Heinz, peeks over his shoulder. Dancy on the drive, underneath the basket. Back outside, Rubin for three. That's no good. Inside, Heinz dumps it off to Banks. Banks with the basket and give the assist to Kirk Hines.
Banks with 4 quick ones here off the bench, Jim. Good contribution.
He got involved very, very quickly. Pound misses. E.J. Pemberton, 14 in the game. Duke lost the handle, picked up. MMA into the front court. Back out to Ramirez for 3. That one is off the mark, but lost out by CM.
Yeah, off Pound that time.
For Central Maine, checking in, number 21, Isaac Irwin, 6'9" freshman from Brisbane, Australia. And our pregame guest, number 23, Rocco Chang, 6'4" sophomore from Auckland, New Zealand.
Welcome all our international viewers.
As we say, someplace it's the next day. Out of the corner, no good by Rubin. Rebound, Irwin.
Nice check out.
Chang, bounce pass to Brigitte. Three-pointer, Hathaway. And no good, but guess what? Wyatt Hathaway is going to the line for 3. Rubin didn't give him a landing spot to come down. He's from Littleton, Colorado. I talked to him briefly before the game. Wyatt Hathaway, the veteran. When you have a player like Hathaway playing the 3 or 4 years, because other players you mentioned, like Trevor Beers, playing 4 years.
Yeah.
If you're the opposing coach, you're saying it seems like about 8 years. They've been so good.
Yeah, great players, I know.
They finally graduate yet? And soft touch at the foul line as usual for Wyatt Hathaway.
Back when I was coaching, I wanted to graduate kids early on some of the teams we had to go against.
Yes.
Aren't you graduated yet?
Yeah. 11-4, Central Maine. They go baseline. Let's see. Still going to be Mariners ball. For the Mustangs, checking in, number 20, Ben Francis, 6'3" freshman, Orono, Maine. Orono High School had a couple of state championships in Class B.
They sure did. They had a great run, not only basketball, but all their sports. Football's been great, too.
Three-pointer from the corner, bang! Carter Rubin from long distance.
First 3, I think, that the Mariners have hit as the Mustangs have packed it in. They've given the outside shot.
You are correct. 11-7, Central Maine. Chang to Francis. Chang looking things over. Baseline jump shot is long, missed by Pemberton. Nice hustle on the rebound as Irwin gave it to Francis. Irwin, a little peekaboo underneath, but couldn't get the angle. Rebound, Hines.
Yeah, Heinz is under there. He's a shot alterer. Good basket defender.
Dancy being guarded by Irwin. Hines, a little contact there, trying to establish position. Dancy kicks it over to the far corner to Caden Horner, is checked in. Shot no good. I think that was Banks that took it. 5 is Caden Horner, 5'11" junior, Fairfax, Virginia. Part of that greater metro area out of DC. Bring the ball up, E.J. Pemberton, Methuen Mass product. He got it back to Chang. Chang for 3. No good. Irwin tried to keep it alive. And smart thinking by Carter Rubin as he threw it off Irwin. It'll be a Central Maine ball.
It's in the view from our floor camera here. Ashley Pershon running that one for us.
11-7, just about 12 minutes remaining first half. Mustangs with the lead. Three-pointer, bang! Seamus Raftis, the sophomore from Cumberland, Maine, or Greeley High School, Rangers. Mariners have cut it to 1. Chang behind the arc, takes that Euro step, deflected, and here comes Mariners on a run out. The Hines threw the pass, and all of a sudden, Josiah Dancy really showed some speed to catch up with it and laid it in.
He put the afterburners on him. I'm feeling the heat.
No, the initial pass you thought was going to be long.
Exactly.
He got there. And a good look by Hines. First lead for MMA. Outside, no good. Got all iron. That was missed by Pemberton. Dancy to Raftis. Hines kicks it back outside. On the drive, Horner. Too strong. Hines, another rebound. Flying in there for the shot is Horner. And going to the line, Kurt Hines. Boy, Hines is tough to deal with in a couple of different ways, isn't he?
Oftentimes, he's a man dealing with boys in there inside. Old school type game. You don't see it a lot anymore.
CM going to have a line change here.
Yeah. We got more people standing up here, though. You have no chance of seeing anything, Jim, until they make the change here. Well, we're glad you're with us. We have finished our outdoor season.
Had pretty good weather for the most part, all season.
Remarkable weather. Yeah, yesterday, a little breezy. The canopy almost ended up in Lake Auburn a couple of times. They had it weighted down. It was a tough go yesterday for 2 soccer games. I got home last night. My wife looked and she said, "What happened to you?" I said, "What do you mean?" She says, "Your face is so red."
Yeah.
All windburn. Probably still.
Yeah.
Probably still today.
You look good today.
Gosh.
1 out of 2 for Hines.
Much better today.
And a foul on Central Maine.
Want to thank the YSCCs. Jeff Schools helping us out. A couple of technical glitches. Jeff on the back end helping us out. He's great to deal with.
Very good.
Jeff and I go way back with this streaming stuff. We were doing this pioneer stuff back in 2011, 2012. Remember, Jim, when we started down at Thornton Academy with the streaming, and Jeff was doing that for the MBR, I think, at the time. And so nobody knew how to do it. We'd talk back and forth, and we still do. I love Jeff.
Raftis won 1 out of 2. No, those guys are so valuable with the knowledge and experience.
Exactly.
If there's something wrong, they know sort of the sequence of troubleshooting.
Exactly. That's what happened today. Something went goofy town out there, and Jeff says, "All right, I'm going to fix it on the back end." He did, and we got back on.
And going to be a backcourt violation against Central Maine.
Well, nice start for the Mustangs. What was it, 8-2 at one point, I think, Jim? And Mariners have come back nicely.
Still 13-11. The lead by Maritime. Out of the corner, the 3 no good by Jack Banks. Devon Jonas-Reed goes to Moore. No good. Inside position. Rebound was Hines, and they knock it out of his hand, so it will be MMA ball.
Yeah, Moore might have got away with a little bump on the trying to come through. Hines on the rebound, and they let it go, thankfully, for Moore.
Yeah, 4.5 minutes into the game was 8-2 Central Maine.
Yeah.
There's a three-pointer, no good. That was missed by Raftis. Jonas Reed, Hathaway thought about it, but the Mariners got back very quickly. Duke for three, side of the rim. Climbing the ladder for the rebound, Seamus Raftis.
Not a great shooting percentage so far for the Mustangs. They started out all right, but been struggling.
Raftis on a little finger roll, no good. Rebound, Pound. Duke gave it up, and what happened?
Traveled. Duke was trying to get set up for the alley-oop, and as he did, he had a little shuffle off to Buffalo.
Ramirez back in the game. He's from Colorado Springs, Colorado.
We've been stuck at 13-11 for
Yes.
a long time.
Raftis on a drive underneath the Hines. Couldn't get the angle. Get his own rebound. Loose, and finally, Kurt Hines lays it in. 15-11, the Mariners. JT Pound faces the basket. Hathaway from downtown.
What a
Bang!
Yeah. Catch and release in a millisecond.
Oh, if you had an old-fashioned stopwatch, you
Millisecond.
couldn't even click it in time.
You can't close out on that.
No. Cuts it to one.
We'll show you here in a second. Get a replay of Wyatt's three.
Here's a running right-hander, no good. Missed by Banks. The tap by Hines this time. Pound gets the rebound, protects the rebound.
Nice job by Pound.
Down the other way, a block by Hines. And the Maine Maritime bench loved that one.
Good D.
MMA still has it off the scramble. There's Dancy goes, comes up short. The rebound, Kirk Hines. How many Kurt Hineses are out there? There's got to be more than one.
I told you it was old school. That's old school.
Hathaway for the tie. Overshoots. Grabbed off the floor by Ramirez. Mustangs hustle back. Ramirez off the glass and good.
Pretty.
The MMA bench is excited to our right. 1914, Maine Maritime. Jonas Reed back to Hathaway, right in front of our Munzing media position. Duke back out to Hathaway. Deflected out of bounds.
Been waiting on this Hathaway three, but the key here is watch the catch. And then the release. 1001. It's gone.
Isaac Irwin back in the game, replacing Devon Jonas Reed. Pound from the corner for three, rattles off. The tap came up short, and then Hines grabbed the rebound. He was fouled by Pound.
What's the age discrepancy, Jim, between Coach Gagne?
I don't know. I'm not going. I can't go that way, but
few years.
I know he was coaching before Coach Cedric Gillette was born. Let's put it that way. There's a foul underneath. You know you've done things right when you look down and see your name on the court.
Yeah.
The Dave Gagne court. Remember when Paul Hogan of New Hampshire Tech was here?
Yes.
I was talking to both of them. Between the two of them, they had like 1,100 victories at the time.
Yeah.
I said to you guys, how many dribbles have you seen? They sort of have. There's a three-pointer. Josiah Dancy. People down in Florida like that shot.
And Dancy fancy on that three.
22-14 MMA. Riley Bowen in the game, number 24. Duke for three. Rattles off. Rebound bounces around. And Carter Rubin grabbed it and protects it. Dancy through the paint, dishes off, and score the basket for Kurt Hines. (24-14).
Well, Dancy's been good. You saw him hit a couple of shots there. This time he's going to come down and dish underneath. Hines just powers right through.
Got a timeout on the court. 6:39 to go, first half. Maine Maritime Academy 24, Central Maine 14 on Munzing Media Sports.
Let you know that winter schedules will be in effect now. We'll be heading over to the ice arena as well. We've got ice hockey for men's and women's for the Mustangs, as well as both basketball teams. Our fall seasons have concluded. Congratulations to the men's soccer team and also our women's soccer team here at CM, although they came out on the short end of a semifinal game yesterday over at Word of Life. Another outstanding season for them under Coach Rob Rodriguez.
So at 13:51 remaining in this half, it was 11-4. It was 11-4 Central Maine. So it's been a 20-3 margin in favor of Maine Maritime.
And the Mustangs have had some decent looks, for sure.
So it was 11-4, 13:51 on the clock. Mustangs lead. Kurt Hines. 25-14. 6.5 minutes remaining, first half. Will Duke signals the play. In the corner, Hathaway. Riley Bowen from Melbourne gets the pass back from Pound. Hathaway looking baseline. There's a shot from the outside. No good. Was that Duke?
Duke, yes. Ooh. That camera's all off.
What's the matter?
Our floor camera needs to be white balanced.
Oh, okay.
Nothing you can do about that, Jim.
All right. Under 6 minutes to go. First half. Rubin trying to come out of the corner, but he stepped on the end line. Duke with the basketball. Hathaway zips it to the foul line. Caden Moore on a move, defended by Hines. Moore staying with it. Ball's loose and finally taken away. That's Patrick Dagan checking in, number 1, the freshman from Castine, Maine. His father coaches the women's team, in which his sister plays, so quite a family affair.
Awesome.
Three-pointer. Bang! Marcus Ramirez. And the Mariners have doubled the score on the Mustangs, 28-14. Duke fakes, goes to Moore. Running the baseline is Pound. I think that was deflected off by Dagan. Mariners picked up the loose ball. Here comes Caden Horner back in the game.
Rocco Chang came in for the Mustangs.
Handling the ball is Horner. They go Rubin to Hines. Back out. Now a three-pointer. Bang! Deep right corner. Ramirez.
Ramirez heating up.
Duke to Chang, in front of the Maine Maritime bench. JT Pound comes out. Hathaway to Duke. There's a three-pointer. That one spins off. Rebound, Rubin. Horner goes to the corner. Here comes a three-pointer for Dagan. Bang! Patrick Dagan. And the Maine Maritime bench explodes on the court as a timeout was called. 4:02 remaining first half, 34-14. Maine Maritime, Rob, and I can't say it was just like that. It was very methodical.
Yes.
But the last 2 minutes, or maybe more like the last 4 minutes, it's been a real domination by.
Yeah, they're
the
shooting
Mariners.
well. They were banging inside early on, and then the outside shots started to fall. Ramirez, one of the guys that was leading the 3 parade from outside. It's got the Mariners off to this 20-point lead. Coach Gagne with the timeout. Want to remind you at halftime, stay with us. We'll be visited by the captain, Alfie Bashford, of the YSCC champion Mustangs soccer team. They're packing up. They're heading to Nationals. Again, this will be their 4th consecutive trip to the Nationals.
Wow.
They've done okay in pool play. They would like to get another couple of wins so they can move on to championship level. Will this be the year? Boy, they are stocked with talent.
Congratulations to them. Chang to Duke. Pound. Hathaway in this right corner. Moore works inside. Moore, nice play by Moore. He sort of dropped his shoulder and then came up shooting with that natural left hand. Nice job, Caden Moore.
Well, good out of the timeout as Coach Gagne's teams usually are. Come out with nice offensive execution in the X and O department.
Goes into Hines. Here's a three-pointer out of the corner by Dagan, no good. Rebound, Pound.
Nice rebound by Pound.
Duke calls the play outside the Pound. Left of the foul line, extended Chang.
Mariners have gone into zone here.
Mustangs moving it quickly as they should against the zone. Duke fakes. Chang baseline, a soft shot, doesn't stay down. Weak side rebound for Jack Banks. I'll see MMA later in the season when they come to Brunswick to take on Bowdoin. So it's good to pick up a few players
absolutely.
recognized by the face. Visually, I should say. The shot no good by Ramirez. Hines gets it.
We'll pick them up at UMA.
Three-pointer. Let's see it rattled out.
Shooting 3, Jim?
Could be, yeah. Yeah, Maine Maritime, besides being in the NAC, they also play teams like Central Maine, and then sometimes St. Joe's, which is in Great Northeast Conference. And they play Colby, Bates, and Bowdoin,
right.
If not all of them every year, at least 2 out of the 3. And again, they're right on the water, as you would think. They're getting a new ship, you know.
No.
Yes.
Really?
We're talking about a ship, not a boat. And it's anchored right at the bottom of the hill. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah. I used to do football camps down there. Coach
yeah.
Mottola had Camp Touchdown, the football coach down there. Bill Mottola, great man.
They're getting a new ship for the training cruises. Hines backs in, 2 to shoot, and he got it off, and off glass and good by Jack Banks.
Well, Hines plays with his back to the basket, but he's got eyes in the back of his head. He must. Wait till we show you this replay on his nice pass underneath.
Caden Moore dumps it up and in over his head by Will Duke. Very creative shot. 36-18, less than 2 minutes remaining, first half. Baseline, Horner is shut off, and this will be Central Maine ball.
Here's that pass. Watch Hines, he's looking. Boom. Nice dish, nice finish.
Duke returns the pass to Chang, who does likewise. Back to Duke. Hathaway being closely guarded. Caden Moore to the dribble. Moore, power move, and it stays down.
Yeah, more strong inside. Plays bigger than he looks. Got great timing, great hang ability. Got that left hand, and as you say 100 times, Jim, you can know a kid's left-handed, but you're just not used to defending so many left-handers. You really got to get on his left hand.
36-19.
I'm sure this tape will go around the YSCC. They'll know he's left-handed.
Right. Three-pointer off the front rim by Rodriguez. Ruben gets it. He turns and shoots a 3. That one's no good. Another offensive rebound for the Mariners. And a little shuffle traveling.
Yeah, Mariners doing a good job on the offensive board. Jim will have all those stats at halftime, as well as our interview with Captain Elfie. I'm going to ask him what it's all about. I know, it's corny. I know.
Hathaway underneath the Moore. And Will Dukes going to the foul line. I still refer to our football broadcast down to Thornton when we had that outstanding team to cover. And Anthony Bracamani, one of the fastest players.
Yeah.
And our high school color man, who now is a professional broadcaster, Calvin, I said, boy, he's so quick you could lose him in the phone booth. And I looked at him, I go, you don't even know what a phone booth is. But he went on, now broadcasting professional baseball in the Minnesota Twins system.
Yeah, and Anthony Bracamonte, I think he was maybe still down playing for Endicott College as a slot receiver.
I think he graduated a couple years ago, actually.
Yeah, I lose track of time.
36-20 in the.
I still think I'm 26.
Power move off glass. Jack Banks at 6'4", elevated and laid it in. 38-20. Hathaway tees one up. Bang! Hathaway was so deep, he was almost out of bounds.
Yeah, if it's not going great, find Wyatt. He'll put it up and home.
So at the end of this non-conference matchup in men's basketball, it's Maine Maritime Academy 38, Central Maine Community College 23 on Munzing Media Sports.
The USCAA provides our program exactly what they say, a chance for small colleges to peak. It's leveling the playing field for everybody.
It provides a great opportunity. Just the fellowship amongst athletes, get a chance to play against some different teams that you typically don't get a chance to play against from different regions, different parts of the country. This kind of gives you an opportunity to kind of see where you're really at against everybody. Really good. Like I said, just a great environment, well-ran tournament. It's a pleasure to be part of organizations like the USCAA.
NCAA provides our program exactly what they say, a chance for small colleges to peak. It's leveling the playing field for everybody.
Central Maine Community College, your future is our priority.
I'm going to be a preschool teacher.
An HVAC technician.
Pediatric nurse.
Whether your college journey is starting here,
I'm going to be an architect.
Physical therapist.
I'm going to be a lawyer.
Or we're a stop along the way.
I'm going to be a doctor.
A machinist.
Honestly, not 100% sure yet.
With over 40 programs,
I'm going to be a graphic designer.
An athletic trainer.
There is something for everyone.
CMCC.
Your future starts here.
I'm Greg Glynn, Athlete Brand Advisor and CEO of Pliable. Are you tired of sending out emails to coaches and never hearing back? One key is sending an athlete recruiting video with your email. Here's how you can learn how to get yours. Visit pliablemarketing.com, take a look at all the athlete recruiting video options, see a sample video, plus frequently asked questions. All you have to do is visit pliablemarketing.com. Let's beat your competition and create your athlete recruiting video today.
I'm retired United States Army Staff Sergeant Travis Mills, formerly of the 82nd Airborne Division.
In 2012, I was injured in Afghanistan due to a roadside bomb. It took portions of both arms and both legs, and through Walter Reed and 19 months of intense recovery, I was able to build myself back up, learn how to walk again, drive again, and take care of my young family. Since then, I have decided to be on the road speaking as a motivational speaker.
Life is all about perspective, all right? So for me, it's real easy. I gave a lot, but I didn't give everything. When I think about my situation, I'm lucky to be here.
When I was on the road speaking, I was hired by CBU Benefits. Ray Valley and Brian Heath brought me in to speak at one of their forums.
After hearing Travis's story, I was compelled to move forward with our relationship. We specialize in reaching out to employees and employers, explaining to them the value of supplemental health coverage. Accidents, cancer, critical illness, disability, and sometimes even death are events that happened in our lifetime.
When I'm on the road speaking, I'm able to have sidebar conversations with everybody that wants to come talk to me. And I hear about their family and loved ones that are going through maybe cancer, maybe a critical illness, maybe something, being disabled from a job and not having the coverage that they need because their healthcare just didn't cover it. After talking with Ray and Brian, telling them how much I really appreciate what they're doing, they decided that it would be just an awesome partnership if I became part of the team, not just as a spokesperson, but as an actual partner in the company. I have a message for everybody about supplemental benefits because I feel like everybody should be protected from life's unexpected events.
Accidents do happen. I ask that you would allow one of our experienced representatives to come into your business so that we are able to educate you on the value of these very, very important products.
As promised, we're here with the captain, Alfie Bashford. What's it all about, Alfie? The very first time I ever met you here on campus, you came over and said hello, and I asked you, I said, what's it all about, Alfie? And you got it immediately, and I said, I like that kid. Alfie, captain of our YSCC championship soccer team. Take us through the weekend, Alfie. It was a memorable weekend for all of us here that covered your team.
Well, to answer your question, what it's all about winning.
I love it.
And that's what we did this weekend, so I'm real proud. You know, a team that goes through the conference undefeated and not even dropping a point, you may think that the team faces no adversity, but I think it's the complete opposite for this group. We all have our own individual challenges on and off the pitch. You know, dealing with a coach loss early on in the season, well, before the season had even started. Coach Dalton taking it on under late notice, that just goes to show his commitment to the boys. That I think that's really translated through the team's kind of morale this year, and we've fought week in, week out. You know, the late nights. It's all been worth it eventually. So.
Yeah, I see you guys out practicing sometimes 9:30, 10 o'clock at night after I leave a game here. So you have to be committed to being a student and committed to being an athlete as well, with the student coming before the athlete always at this level. And you have to balance a lot of things, Alfie, and certainly you and your teammates have done that to have an outstanding couple of years, a four-peat for the team, and heading back to nationals. What's that mean to you guys?
You know, it's everything. It's everything. I think for me personally, I came over here early on in the year just so I can make a bit of money to make some payments on my bill here, and then, you know, I actually had some quite bad health conditions over the summer. I got diagnosed with a pneumothorax, which is a partial collapse of the lung. Not many people know that, and I've managed to fight my way back to fitness. And for me personally, it's just a huge sigh of relief almost. It doesn't feel like we've won yet because we know that there's more to do. It's just a relief that we actually get to prove ourselves, and it's good. It's a real good feeling.
You and I were talking after the game, and I saw you sitting out in the middle of the field in the sunshine. You and I were the only ones still there, I believe. Maybe Caleb was still there as well, and we looked out, and I got to tell you, it almost brought a tear to my eye. I just loved it because, you know, you're a kid that's come in here from away, and you loved it so much you brought some mates in this year with you as well, and your folks watching you from long distance, and the whole experience. Tell us, you know, what's in your heart right now, Alfie?
It's a lot to take on. I think when I sat down there, it's just kind of, you know, realizing how far that the team's come and how far I've come as a person, how this kind of journey has made me mature into a better person, and it's just, you know, it's hard to really kind of describe the feeling that I'm feeling these past couple hours. So I've just been trying to reconnect with some family and friends back home, and yeah, I'm just really excited for the next stage. So, you know, you can't get hung up in the moment. I'm going to enjoy today, enjoy my evening, and then we go right back to work tomorrow, get back in the classroom, get ahead on my studies, and then away we go.
Well, as you take a look at Nationals, you had the visit last year. Okay, but not what you guys want, not what you're looking forward to this year. How are you going to take that next step, Alfie?
Yeah, I think, you know, it's been slow progress. In our first national appearance, we had one win but no clean sheets. Last year we had one clean sheet and one win. Couldn't do it in the second game. Now that the squad's a bit deeper, we're really going to be able to push on. So, you know, I really believe in the guys that we're going to get this ring, get the job done.
Well, they want to play basketball, Alfie. We're going to end the interview. I could talk to you all day. Thanks, Alfie, for coming in here, and certainly congratulations. Good luck going forward.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
Alfie Bashford, YSCC captain here at Central Maine Community College. We'll get our camera switched around here. Is personable young man, just a terrific representative of everything that is good about college athletics with Alfie. And hope his parents were watching back home. They watch all the games, and we're certainly happy to be able to bring all Alfie's great accomplishments to his folks over in England. Knutsford Academy, that's where he came from, and he brought a couple of his mates over here. There's 3 of them over here this year, and they did a great job leading our team to the YSCC championship.
He did seem very personable.
Oh, he's wonderful. He wants to, I said, what do you want to do after? He says, well, I want to do somewhere where I talk.
Okay. All right, we'll have to sneak in some halftime stats between plays here or something. Maine Maritime shooting 41%. Central Maine 31%. That sort of tells the tale.
Yeah, it does.
Central Maine lost the ball, picked out of the air by Hines. Maine Maritime's made 6 out of 23s, 2 out of 11 for Central Maine. The foul line about the same. 2 for 5 Mariners, 3 for 5 Mustangs. Hines shut off baseline. Is Isaac Irwin of the Mustangs starting this half. From 17 feet, no good by Dancy. Rebound up and no good, and that's shot clock, but
shouldn't be.
Yeah, Central Maine get the ball anyway. Will Duke for 3. Bang!
Well, I was just going to say the Mustangs got to find another 3 option other than Wyatt Hathaway, and Will Duke rings one home.
Mariners have 3 players with 8 points, Ramirez, Banks, and Hines. Mustangs have Hathaway with 9 and Caden Moore with 8. Three-pointer, Maine Maritime, no good, missed by Raftis.
Shout out to some of our former players watching. Boston Caldwell watching. Malik Farley. Saw somebody else. Cam Pollock in the house watching the game today.
They were excellent players and also excellent people, too. Very team-orientated, as Coach Gagne would want, along with Coach Morong, the women's coach. That's a common thread. Moore tries to work baseline. I think he took steps. No, they call a foul.
Yeah. Well, he did take steps. And he took steps because he got pushed from behind is the call. Yep. And good officiating there, coming over saying, yeah, he traveled because he got pushed.
Ah, I like that.
Yeah, I do too.
Irwin spins, gives it up to Duke. Jonas Reed into Irwin, the turnaround. Spins off, climbing the ladder for the rebound, Seamus Raftis.
Well, one of the things we're going to work on here, now that I got a little more time, is we're going to get the cameras matched up a little better going forward.
Three-pointer Mariners. Bang! That was Marcus Ramirez.
Well, that's 3 or 4 threes for him, I think.
That's 3 out of 7. Irwin faces the basket, drives, and a foul. Carter Rubin got a piece of it. He thought he did it cleanly. Third foul on Rubin.
Actually, 4th, I think.
Oh, you're right.
Coach Palmer's.
You are right.
Running the book here, doing the courtesy to the coach, letting him know that it's 4.
Yep. Jack Banks is going to enter between foul shots here. Irwin will get one more. No, especially at a small college, it's real positive when the coaching staff and players support their team, especially off-season, that you see them at other events doing various tasks. Halfway down, spins out.
Well, I was here very early to set up for soccer, and 3 or 4 of the fellas that are out there on the floor today were setting up for soccer.
Ramirez gives up his dribble, skips it back outside to Raftis. They swing it, now back here to Ramirez. High arcing shot.
That looked good, though.
Yeah, it did. Got the iron, bounced out. Hines down low. Hines pivots about 3 different directions. Almost a steal by Duke. 9 to shoot. There's a steal. Devon Jonas Reed has it stay down. Tough shot. I think he almost had to change hands in midair, didn't he?
That was a terrific finish, yes. Jonas Reed. We'll take a look at that one when we get a dead ball, because I think you're right, Jim. He went up left to the right hand.
He had a lot of momentum, and somehow he was able to slow down with that last step. Three-pointer, bang! Seamus Raftis from long distance.
Yeah, and Raftis has hit a couple.
Again, from Cumberland, Maine. Greeley High School. About 15 miles north of Portland, maybe 10 miles, depends. Duke for 3. No good. Rebound, Hines.
Yeah, he owns the boards.
Yeah, he's got double-digit rebounds.
Yeah, get out of my neighborhood, he says.
He's got 8 points and 11 rebounds. We're just 3.5 minutes into the second half.
Yeah, and he's a senior, as you pointed out at the beginning, Jim. You know, he's a little man playing against some boys at times. You know, the young first-year players for the Mustangs. And that's what Coach Gagne wants to. He wants to bring in these teams to challenge his kids to make them better. And that's how you do it. You know, it's not getting anything out of beating somebody by 80 points. Coach Morong doing the same thing. We've seen Coach, Morong at times have to, pull his kids back, but he's really challenged the ladies this year. Boy.
Should pay dividends down the road.
I think so.
Dancy back outside for 3. That one's no good by Raftis and lost out by Central Maine. Kurt Hines has one more stat. He gets 7 assists. He could have a triple-double by the time we're done.
I told you, old school. I love his game as a guy that played in the back in the 60s.
Very few players play back to the basket
Yeah.
these days
Just
at
don't see
any
it.
level.
Yep, don't see it.
When you and I were watching it or playing, if you were over 6'2", you better not take more than 4 or 5 dribbles, and the coach would yell, "Find a guard, find a guard." Off the front rim by Alex Brigitte. 44-28. Maine Maritime, and a holding foul, no shots. As once again, some speed shown, this time by Ramirez.
Although I love the athleticism shown by the athletes nowadays, Jim, on the floor, up and down the floor. I love that type of game, and running motion offense where you've got to have a multitude of skills. All 5 guys need to handle the basketball and things of that sort. So, I'm not one of those guys, that says, hey, it was better back in the 60s or 70s or 80s, or, it is what it is.
Right.
I'm just pointing out that that old school style has been something that we don't see that much anymore. So when you see it, it's kind of an eye-opener at times, and, brings us back to looking at guys that were just big, strong, and inside, and, they played great.
We know everybody's always trying to get panel discussions or controversies or whatever. Who is the best 10 basketball players? Who is the best pitchers or whatever? You can't do it. You can't compare decade to decade because the other conditions, dictate how they play. All I know, it was a gosh darn good when they were out there for stats and for their team. That's true of any sport.
Sure, and you take a look. I played a lot of athletics, and I take a look at all the great players I played with, and how great they were.
Well,
I don't know anybody ever went to the NBA that I played with. That kind of stuff. A couple of hockey players did that I got to play with, but nonetheless, great athletes. And how great you have to be a pro.
Jack Banks had an easy shot. I don't think Coach Gagne liked that inbounds play, because all of a sudden Maine Maritime looked over and got an easy basket out of the baseline.
Hines was almost up on the rim there. I thought he might get called on it, but
Irwin trying to watch him. Now they switch off. Will Duke hugging Hines.
Yeah, that is a mismatch with a capital M.
18-point lead for the Mariners. Hines double team. 4 to shoot. Here's a three-pointer. No good. The rebound up and in. Jack Banks playing a great all-around game.
Well, Banks came off the bench in the first half and hit his first 2 shots, and I think he had like 8 points, 10 points in the first half off the bench.
He's now the leading scorer in the game with 12. Brigitte outside. Pemberton. No good. Rebound grabbed by Ramirez. Ramirez, a high arcing shot, and it went down. Soft touch by Marcus Ramirez.
Yeah, Ramirez went up and sorry he's going to get blocked, so he kind of hung a little bit, changed the angle of his shot, looped it up and home.
Brigitte got it back from Hathaway. Irwin kicks it out to Hathaway. Stops, shoots, does not get it. Irwin had a piece of it, but they're going to call it on Isaac Irwin.
Yeah, Irwin got a piece of the yam.
Seamus Raft is coming out. Dancy comes out. Let's see who snuck in there. Caden Horner back in. Ramirez, Banks, and it's Patrick Dagan, number 1, also back in, played in the first half. There's a spinning move by Hines, and they're calling a player control foul. Who held his ground down there?
Let's take a look and see who did. We'll take a look at this. Just seeing the end of it. I didn't get the replay done soon enough. I didn't anticipate doing one on that play, but you see the Hines wasn't very happy.
50-28, Mustangs trailing. They have the ball. Pound turns, shoots, no good. Rebound, Jack Banks grabbed it, protected it. Here's a run out for Ramirez, but the Mustangs got back. Hines needs help. And they're going to call Ben Francis on the little push-off.
Yeah, a little push there by Ben.
Mustang foul number 20, Ben Francis, his first team 4.
4 fouls on each team in this half. Hines, a little hook shot, swish. Soft touch by Kirk Hines. Rocco Chang. Pemberton, the freshman from Methuen, Mass. Pound looks around, finds Duke. Duke takes it deep. Chang under the basket. Pemberton for 3. No good, but a late call. And E.J. Pemberton is going to the line. Again, it's one of those landing space, meaning you have to give the player room to come down. So there was no contact on the reach or the attempted block.
E.J. Pemberton at the line for 2.
So if you're the Mustangs, you just, from this point on, you got 12-19 left. You just really want to put together a good cohesive final effort here in this game. Keep playing hard. Try to smooth things out. Remember, notice it's not going to be a league loss or a league win or a league anything. So you just want to try to get better here so you prep yourself to get started in the YSCC. And if you get in the game, show coach something. So when meaningful games come up here in the YSCC, you're part of the mix.
E.J. Pemberton at the line. He was at the line. Well, sometimes coaches will say, it's 0-0, next 5 minutes, win the next 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then another 5 minutes or whatever. Hines triple teamed. He got the ball somehow out front. Horner shoots with 2 on the clock. And we go to the arrow. As you can see on your screen, I'm sure.
Got stuck.
I don't know if it was here or somewhere within the last couple of years. Somebody shooting a foul shot, and it stayed up there, tied up with the rim.
Was there one that just rested right up and didn't move?
Yeah, it might have been.
Yeah.
I never saw that.
No.
You do go to the arrow. Duke for 3. Bang! Will Duke. He's got a bunch of fans here today. An easy trip down from the Camden Rockport area. 52-33. The Mariners, they play, of course, NCAA Division III schedule in the North Atlantic Conference, playing teams like Husson, UMaine Farmington, Thomas College, some of the SUNY schools. Here's a three-pointer, looks shot, and it is shot as it hits the front rim by Jack Banks. A near steal, Pemberton gives it over the front rim. E.J. Pemberton. That's what I always did. I never wanted to show off like that.
No.
But I almost slipped off the ladder. That was the dangerous part. I think that was wise by Pemberton. When you're down point, don't go for the slam because of the point differential. Goes into Hines, and he's fouled by Francis.
Well, they've been running Ebony at Hines. Every time he gets a ball, he's double, triple teamed. They're just trying to get it out of his hands.
They may follow him out to the bus when Mariners leave. First foul, Rocco Chang. Hines 2 for 3 at the line today. So right now he has 11 points, 13 rebounds, and 7 assists. He's played except for probably, 2 or 3 minutes?
Yeah.
So he's worked very hard out there. A lot of other players been in and out. And swish at the foul line. Nice touch by Kurt Hines. 54-35, Maine Maritime Academy. Pound returns it to Duke. Pound got it back. Baseline shot, Francis overshoots. Hustling for the rebound, loose ball rebound. E.J. Pemberton, and finally, after a couple of taps, Hines grabs it. What a steal by Chang. Three-pointer, bang! E.J. Pemberton. But give a star for Rocco Chang.
Great athletic play from Rocco. Looked like a wide receiver. Here goes again, Rocco.
And he lays it in as he dribbled it 2/3 of the court. 54-40. Coach Cedric Gillette asking the official about something. The official listened. Coming out of the corner, reverse layup. Jack Banks. He's got some fans down in Florida probably very impressed with that. Duke stops, baseline, Chang. Got to kick it back out. Three-pointer by Pound. Spins off, and Pemberton battling with the rebound with Patrick Dagan.
I like EJ's emotion that he's playing with, intensity. You know, and that's the kind of thing I was relating, Jim, just a little bit ago with that comment I made. You get in there, play with great intensity, make coach play you, make him play you. And Pemberton's doing that, I think, in today's game. He's opening up Coach Gagne's eyes to say, hey, we got to get that guy in there.
I mean, again, you challenge your team to every play 1-against-1 is like a standoff. Who's going to win this loose ball? Who's going to win this one with players diving on the floor? Who's going to get to the ball on a loose ball? Okay, we didn't score, but at least we won. So you can get victories the small way too. As again, next Wednesday, Rob Munzing and crew will be doing a Moose Call from the Augusta Civic Center. University of Maine Augusta Moose taking on the Central Maine Mustangs in a doubleheader, 6 o'clock and 8 o'clock.
Ladies game at 6, men at 8. Don't be late.
And next weekend, the men will be here. On the weekend, Washington County will be here along with UMaine Fort Kent for doubleheaders. Here comes Hathaway. Duke for three. Bang! Will Duke from the deep left corner.
3 or 4, I think, now for Will. And if he can start hitting that, and Wyatt gets hot, there's outside shooting.
The lead cut to 13 as we just went under 9 minutes to go. And going to the line will be Jack Banks.
Here's that 3 by Duke. Way deep in the corner, nice arc on that one. And Will Duke. I think that's probably 3 threes for Will.
I'm checking. It was a 23-point margin at the 12:20 mark. How about that, Rob?
Yeah. Well, they're coming back. And that's what you were relating, Jim. Just, take the next 5 minutes and get after it. And, Will just, early in his career, he has only played a handful of games for the Mustangs, but certainly see the role that he's defined for himself early on here and how Coach Gagne will use him.
Banks makes both foul shots. Will Duke in double figures with 11, to answer your question. 57-43 Mustangs with 8:45 remaining. Outside, Jonas Reed. Fakes the three-pointer, being guarded by Horner. Loose ball almost, but the Mustangs get it back, and there's a foul underneath. Caden Moore will go to the line with a foul on Hines.
Well, Caden knows how to take it to the rack. He's going to go. And we've seen him make some really tremendous finishes here early on in the season.
Kane Moore's first trip to the line today.
It's third and Heinz.
Again, as we get into the YSCC schedule, we hope all the stats are up to date because, again, on the men's team, they're not correct for the team stats because up at St. Thomas, they had the team shooting and not missing, both teams. So they in the live stats, they didn't put the misses.
Oh.
And so when that game is over, it goes over to the official box score and then to the season stats.
I needed a score like that 50 years ago when I was throwing incomplete passes after the University of Maine. I could have been in the Hall of Fame.
So they're not correct, folks. Yeah, 57% they had him from the bang. There's a three-pointer. Carter Rubin, the Rocky Mountains like that one.
Shot that from the Rockies.
Left-handed, soft touch, E.J. Pemberton.
E.J. is, I think he's my standout player in the game so far here today. Surprising player. He's really played great today.
There's a reach-in on Pemberton.
Where's Pemberton out of, Jim?
Methuen, Mass, Methuen High School.
Methuen up near Route 213. Used to take that road a lot to go up to New Hampshire.
Josiah Dancy from Orlando, Florida. We'll get one more.
Methuen up in the Merrimack Valley of Massachusetts.
And soft touch goes down for Dancy. Chang across the timeline. Hathaway for three. Bang! Wyatt Hathaway was closer to the student section than he was to the arc.
Yeah, I don't think you can get deeper. We'll see it. We'll see it on a replay. We got a dead ball that
he could have shook hands with the front row, I'm telling you. Down to 12 points. Look at the intensity of Pemberton. They dump it in. Dancy got it into Banks, and Banks somehow put a spin on it, and it fell off with 7 minutes remaining. Three-pointer would cut it to single digits. And a soft touch. Rocco Chang cuts it to 10. And the students across the way are excited.
good feed by Hathaway to Chang.
And almost a backcourt, but no. Three-pointer. Off glass. Marcus Ramirez. The bank is open, as they say. And Pemberton tried to stuff it, and he lost his balance, and he's hurt.
We've been saving the three here by Hathaway.
Pemberton is up. It looks like he landed on his tailbone, maybe.
I don't think that was Hathaway's three. I didn't get that one, I guess. Yeah, boy. Some guys don't have as much padding there as you and I, Jim.
Ramirez at the line. He's got 16 points in the game. His first foul shot attempt.
Yeah, he's been dialing them up from Casey Kasem land, long distance dedications.
Again, this is the first action for the Mariners as far as their schedule goes. They might have scrimmaged a couple of teams but didn't publicize it.
Yeah, they might be getting a little tired too. I
Yeah.
mean, practice is one thing, playing a game is a
Right.
different thing, so they'll be happy with how things came out here.
Pemberton for three. Got the rim. Josiah Dancy. Ramirez going to back out of there. Dancy looking at it. Hines posting up. They skipped it to the far side. Getting in the passing lane was Devon Jonas Reed. 6:04 remaining.
Well, the Mustangs have certainly stepped up the defensive intensity here, Jim, in the second half. Running and jumping.
They certainly have. Hines peeks over his shoulder. And driving the baseline over his head, Jack Banks, and another assist for Kurt Hines.
Oh, I got to show you the assist. I just love it.
Chang out front to Jonas Reed. Moore dumps it to Pemberton. Pemberton baseline and scores. How did he do that?
Well, we're going to look. What a touch.
5.5 to go. 14-point lead for Maine Maritime Academy. Dancy, Banks for three. Bang.
Well, that's the liability of the running and jumping and double teaming. Somebody's going to be open. You dare them to knock it down, and Banks says, okay, I'll take that challenge. Knocked it down.
Banks up to 20. Almost a steal by the Mariners. It'll be Central Maine ball near their own bench.
Got this replay coming up here. You said, how did this one go in? What a floater on the baseline and on the tailbone again.
Pemberton to Hathaway in front of his own bench. 12 to shoot. Caden Moore fakes. Comes up short as Kurt Hines held his ground. It's going to be 1-1 for the Mariners. Hines 4 for 5 at the line.
I don't think Kurt's been out of the game, has he? Has
Couple
he
of minutes at the end of the first half.
Okay, yeah. Boy.
Somewhere around 2 or 3 minutes.
Well, he's their veteran for sure, and they're going to build around him.
Yeah, they have some experience.
Yeah.
Carter Rubens, a senior. Also, Ramirez is a senior.
Oh.
Bang! E.J. Pemberton putting on a show. 72-57. Maine Maritime with the lead in the basketball with 4.5 to go. Underneath, Banks travels. Excellent defense by J.T. Pound getting to that baseline area.
I'm sorry, that's not the right one. We don't want that one. Hit the wrong button. Sorry, folks. This is the one I want.
Yeah, it was a technical foul called.
This is the 3 by E.J. Look at him where he is.
I think they gave the technical foul to Jack Burns, who thought he was contacted underneath. J.T. Pound, one more. You went 1 out of 2. Seamus Raft is back in the game for MMA. Chang with the basketball. Pemberton down in the corner to Pound. Pemberton got it back, skips it this side to Rocco Chang. And running the baseline is Hathaway. Somehow he got to the ball. And then a foul on the Mariners.
Yeah, a little lucky there for the Mustangs as the continuity was breaking down there. As you point out, playing with that brace on his left knee.
Yeah. And it's going to be Mariners ball. Walking the ball up, Josiah Dancy, under 4 minutes remaining. Maine Maritime with his 14-point lead. It was up as high as 24 in the second half. Three-pointer off the rim, no good by Ramirez. And the Mustangs cut it to 10 at one point. Had a chance to go under that. Underneath, Caden Moore had position, and they found him. Timeout, Central Maine.
Yeah, quick 30-second timeout by Coach Gagne. He wants to get the defense set up here for the inbound play down by 12. But the intensity in the second half for the Mustangs much better. I'm sure that's something Coach will mention as they break down the game tape. Take a look at what was going on and the difference between the first half and the second half, and something they can build upon.
No, they do have some positives from this game.
Oh, sure.
I'm sure the veteran coach that he is, he'll talk about the negative, but he'll try to balance it a little bit. You don't want to say, oh, these guys are NCAA Division III, so I didn't expect you to hang in there.
We'll have CM hockey on Friday night. That's an 8:40 puck drop. Greg Glenn will be along with me for the call of that one. Basketball Wednesday night up at the Augusta Civic Center. It'll be a Moose call, but when we call the Moose Mustang type games, they're our teams, so it's.
I'll be watching and listening.
We do a lot of praising for both teams. Get excited. We get excited for both teams, and I explained that to the both schools, and they're great with it. They love it.
And we've done this so long, Rob. We also sometimes get excited for any opposition that hustles or has a good play.
Yeah, we try to be positive. Yeah. That's the thing.
3:15 to go. Maine Maritime in no hurry. Here's Rubin with the three, high off the rim. Inside offensive board, no good, as Rubin had the follow-up. I think that was Seamus Raftis who kept it alive for a second. I was sort of screened out by the coaching staff for the Mariners.
Yeah, and then next Saturday we've got a doubleheader. I've got those listed like a 4 o'clock and an 8 o'clock game. I've got to check that.
Yeah.
Did you have that as well?
Yeah.
We'll check on it.
I checked it this week, expecting it to change, and it hasn't. JT Pound, right baseline.
I think JT's going to be one of those kids that as he plays better talent, Jim, like he is now, he's going to get better and better and better. I think he's got a good ceiling.
It's down to 10 points. 2:40 to go. Big stop here by the Mustangs could make it even a little more exciting. Rubin almost stolen away as he got the ball to Dancy.
Good non-call.
Dancy underneath, kicks it to the other side, back out front, three-pointer. That one no good by Raftis as the shot clock was winding down, stolen away, and going to the line will be Carter Rubin. As somehow Hines had stole the ball, found a teammate along the baseline.
Yeah, that's a good foul. You got to foul Carter there. He's going to have an easy lay, and you got to lay the lumber on him. Send a foul line, make him earn it there, and that's what the Mustangs did. Now it's up to him to execute here.
Senior from Littleton, Littleton, Colorado.
So it was already a good foul. Missed the first front end. Great foul.
And didn't stay down. Had a soft touch, but rattled off. This would be exciting to get to single digits. Hathaway stops, shoots, gets it! Hathaway stopped on a dime, came up shooting. 72-64.
Yeah, Wyatt knows exactly the game situation. He knows you got to save seconds.
Under 2 minutes remaining, second half. Dancy down. Dancy comes up short, but he's going to the line where he's 2 for 2 today. He's a junior from Orlando, Florida, as we said earlier.
Nice international flavor to Maine Maritime as well. Of course, an outstanding school. Math and sciences. Sent a lot of kids from Gardner down there back when they had football and I was coaching at Gardner. We sent a lot of kids down to Maine Maritime to play football. It's a good level for them, and they got a great education down there at Maine Maritime Academy. And most of them should be sending checks to Coach Munson because they get great jobs out of Maine Maritime, I'll tell you.
1 out of 2 for Josiah Dancy. 1:48. I mean, there is time, but they're going to have to hit a 3 and then create turnovers.
Yeah, you got a hunt Chuck on fire here.
Hathaway is free. Oh, halfway down. And Pemberton, rather Caden Moore, I beg your pardon. Caden Moore in there battling.
Carries foul number 22, Carter Rubin, his 5th personal foul.
Well, when you have, we've said this a lot about Wyatt. His gamemanship is terrific. He's in the game all the time. He understands the game like a coach. Makes sense. His dad's right across the way. We can almost look at Mike Hathaway if we go by the entrance area. They were standing over there with Coach Moran, Mike Hathaway. I don't know how Mike does it. He coaches football, and usually they go to the state championship game. He takes a half hour off, and the next day he's coaching basketball, and he does that until, the end of the tournament session.
That last foul was on Carter Rubin, his 5th, so he's fouled out as Jack Banks returns. Meanwhile, back at the line, Caden Moore made the first one, and you'll try to cut it to 7 with 1:34 remaining. He did not get the roll. Sneaking in there for the rebound is Marcus Ramirez. Mustangs have to take some chances here. It's going to be a 2-shot foul either way. Hines fakes again, and lays it in as he somehow got closer to the basket without traveling.
Clear the track.
10-point margin. Rocco Chang dribbles across the foul line area, back out to Duke. Behind the arc, Jonas Reed. That one was halfway down. Rebound Moore. No good. Rebound Raftis.
Yeah, Caden wasn't sure whether to go up or look for somebody as an outlet for a 3 there. I think it got in between.
All right, Dancy is fouled. He made 2 shots. At the line will be Josiah Dancy. 3 for 4 at the free throw line today.
Abdul doing a great job on our camera. Ashley Pashon on our floor camera. We're going to work on that floor camera and get it matched up a little bit better.
Maine Maritimes missed a few foul shots this half. We'll give the totals at the end. 1 out of 2 for Dancy. I think you're right, Rob. Maine Maritime, this in-game action, they may be tiring just a little. Comes into Pound. Blocked by Hines. Chang for 3. That was no good. Rebound, Raftis. Gets a half court to Ramirez, who's in no hurry. About a 1-second difference between the game and shot clock. Chang somehow got it to Duke. Here's Caden Moore, reverse shot, doesn't stay down. Mustangs had 3 or 4 attempts here that haven't gone down. And down to Jack Banks, who scored.
Technical foul.
Yeah. It's going to be his 2nd technical foul, so he's going to leave the premises, go to the locker room.
Wasn't sure.
He said something after the play, after he scored.
Okay.
Patrick Dagan in for the last 7 seconds. He played earlier in the first half. Made a 3 when he was in. Hathaway at the line. And that one spins out. That rim to our left, Rob, got very fickle in the last 3 minutes, hasn't
I guess it did. I guess it did.
Only 7 seconds. All right, timeout for the last 7 seconds. So again, Central Maine, women and men, will be at University of Maine Augusta on Wednesday, 6 and 8 o'clock. Back here next weekend, Washington County Community College, doubleheaders. They have a women's team this year. Troy Alley coaching both of them. as you said, he's done that before in his career.
Love Troy.
And then on the 10th, the University of Maine Fort Kent will be here at 3 o'clock. Maine Maritime will be in Pennsylvania next weekend for a tournament on the 8th and 9th, hosted by Messiah. Duke with the ball, pound, and there's a block. That's going to end this one. The block by Seamus Raftis. 78-66, Maine Maritime with the win. Great effort by the Mustangs in the second half. They never gave up. They won some of those one-on-one battles, as we said, and they cut it from 24 points all the way down to 8, I believe, at one time. So Maine Maritime, we'll see how they do in the North Atlantic Conference.
So we'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll have Jim will get tallied up on the halftime. The post-game stats. We'll come back with those after this.
Coaches know you can't win a game without proper planning and execution. Let Gosline Retirement Planning coach you into a confident retirement. Here at Gosline Retirement, we provide that proper planning and help you utilize a step-by-step approach on all facets of your retirement planning. We provide guidance on income planning, wealth management, understanding taxation, Medicare and long-term care, and legacy and estate planning. We pride ourselves on working hard for those who have worked hard their entire lives. So, schedule your appointment today and let the team at Gosline Retirement Planning put together a retirement game plan.
Having free college, it's awesome.
I'm not going to have this weight of debt hanging over my shoulder.
It's so nice to be able to not have to worry about that burden. So yeah, set you up for success.
All right, back here, let's go right to the stats. For the Mariners, they shot 42% from the floor. Mustangs, 36%. Three-point country. 11 out of 34 for MMA. That's 32%. As long as you shoot over 30%, it's beneficial. You know, when you do the math. If you start going under 30%, you may have to think about it. 8 out of 27 for Central Maine. That's 29.6, rounded to 30. Foul shooting, a lot of them came late in the game. 11 out of 21 for the Mariners. 10 out of 19 for the Mustangs. 14 turnovers for MMA, 11 for CM. In the end, a big rebounding edge for Maine Maritime, 44-25. They had 14 offensive rebounds.
Wow.
Individually for the Mariners, Jack Banks, 22 points, 7 rebounds. Marcus Ramirez, 17 points, 4 rebounds. The very impressive Kirk Hines almost had a triple-double. 15 points, 17 rebounds, and 9 assists.
Wow, yeah, the 9 assists.
But the 6'8" senior spent time in Stuttgart, Germany with his father in the military. Now he's in Annandale, Virginia, he told me. Josiah Dancy, 9 points, 5 assists. Carter Rubin, 6 points, likewise. For some reason, they have Gabriel Hager down when I have Seamus Raftis. So it's the first time. So I guess I beg your pardon. Gabriel Hager was number 23. That just came up in the live stats, so we apologize for that. Patrick Dagan, 3 points. Caden Horner saw action. And other players did not see action. As I check down, they're all on the score sheet. For the Mustangs, E.J. Pemberton with a tremendous second half. Ended up with 16 points. Wyatt Hathaway, 15. Also double digits, 11 points for Caden Moore. Moore had 6 rebounds, also with 11, Will Duke. JT Pound battled underneath. Got 5 points and 8 rebounds. And Pound had to really work for those rebounds.
He did. Yeah, I was impressed with JT.
4 points for Rocco Chang, but Rocco playing a little more guard this year, had 5 assists. Devon Jonas Reed, 4 points. And let's see, who else saw action? Ben Francis got in the game, Isaac Irwin, Riley Bowen, and I think that was it. So again, the final score, Maine Maritime 78, Central Maine men 66 on Munzing Media Sports.
As you see, Jay Pemberton, Edge Nutrition Player of the Week. We thank Coach Ryan Palmer, his family business, for sponsoring our player of the game.
All right, we thank everybody for watching wherever they may be. And again, on Wednesday, listen to Rob Munzing and crew up in Augusta as we begin YSCC action in a doubleheader starting at 6 o'clock as the Mustangs, men and women, take on the University of Maine Augusta Moose. Good luck to Maine Maritime the rest of the way, especially in the North Atlantic Conference. So speaking for our cameraman, Abdul Jama, and also Ashley, trying to think of her last name. Ashley Prashon, doing a great job. Also, our producer, always busy. It's a busy weekend here, Rob Munzing.
Tomorrow off.
Until the next time on Munzing Media Sports, take care, everybody.